This week, I observed a third grade classroom taught by Miss Lee. This observation was from 9:50 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. on November 10th. She works at Wallace Elementary School in Kelso, Washington, in which she can be contacted at 360-501-1650. From my evaluation, I noticed a formative style approach in her teaching, and the engagement was immaculate. According to OB and SAP, engagement can vary substantially across different activity settings, with high engagement associated with high attention, enjoyment, effort toward skill and mastery, and interest and low engagement characterized by boredom, passivity, apathy, and inattentiveness. In my 30 minutes in the classroom, it went from a lecture style lesson that ended up shifting into an individual assignment on a worksheet. Though I observed the framework of formative assessment, I also saw bits and pieces of another assessment. Throughout this lesson, we learned about formative and summative assessments, authentic assessments, and dynamic and cognitive assessments. Overall, as I mentioned above, I saw formative assessment being utilized in Miss Lee's classroom. Upon discussing Miss Lee's assessment strategies with her, she was aware that she does use a formative assessment as well. According to Miss Lee, she says, "Formative assessment is how I learned in school growing up, so I'm used to it and I know firsthand that it is effective from a student and educator standpoint." She also mentioned that she does utilize other assessment strategies from time to time, in addition to the formative framework, though it's not the dominant assessment for effectiveness. According to OB and SAP, meaningful activity participation is important for successful development, with mounting evidence that school and community-based activity participation facilitates healthy outcomes, including achievement, self-esteem, ability to overcome adversity, willingness to help others, leadership qualities, physical health, educational, occupational attainment, and civic involvement. Overall, I agree with Miss Lee's assessment strategies. I personally will use formative assessment in my future career because I find the implementation of this strategy expands students' knowledge of a given topic the most and can be measured effectively by myself or other educators. After watching how smooth Miss Lee's class ran, it also allowed me to seek the effectiveness of this approach. According to Hall, in this way, not only many persons be considered to be more or less mindful in a particular moment in time, but they also might be described as more or less mindful individuals in general. As I briefly saw, Ms. Lee did include some foundations of authentic assessments. This would be another one I would implement in my class someday. Since authentic assessments are measured by intellectual accomplishments that are worthwhile, significant, and meaningful, I think that a portfolio of students' work, for instance, from the beginning to the end of the year, would be a great idea to seek the progress of the students' growth. Some students don't test well, but produce incredible work, so I think this strategy could benefit them as to not hindering their grades solely because of a test score. The qualities of the work the students do throughout the year also have a profound effect on their progression and growth throughout the school year as well. According to Hall, in recent years, more and more mindfulness training methods have been targeted to and developed with young children and adolescents. Thank you.